Hello, my friends. Welcome to Flow with Jess. Happy Wednesday, at least. In my world, it is. I have basically had my entire morning, and I'm just now getting home and recording. I'm feeling as though my energy is feeling a little taxed, and it was a good reminder today about, using your energy and being mindful of the activities that you choose to do, because some things can be very energizing and some things can be a little bit draining. And not to say that doing some of the draining things are a negative, but I felt myself in that cycle of when you're gonna burn yourself out because you're using your energy so much, but then there's still this voice in your head that's like, well, you still need to accomplish this, you still need to do this, you still need to do that, and then you get looped up thinking that you need to follow that and keep using it all up until you feel like you're gonna explode. And I had one more thing that I was supposed to do this morning, and I was like, nope, you need to just go home. Your world's not going to end if you don't do this errand. You're gonna be fine. You can do it another time. You need to go home and rest. So I went out this morning, took Sadie, and then I met a friend for a coffee. And typically doing an activity like this I find to be very enjoyable, and I love getting to meet and chat with a friend that I don't connect with as often as I used to. But I'm not really a super social butterfly, and I was just thinking about how have you ever done that personality assessment that tells you, it's the 16 personality types, I think I'm an INFJ, and it's are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Are you a feeling person, or are you more of a logic person? And I was just thinking about how I find a lot of social interactions draining on my energy. Wonderful though. I love connecting with people. I love people. But I just have to be really cautious because I have to go home and reset and just release that energy. And so I did that, and it was lovely. And then I wanted to go thrifting this morning. My go-to place was having a 50% off sale, and I was like, here we go. And I've been struggling with my colors, as you may or may not know, wearing a wardrobe that makes me feel so confident and happy, and just I want something that's really curated for who I am, and I want it to match my personality. And so I've been on the hunt for months, and I have very slowly added a couple pieces here and there, but I'm still struggling to have a cohesive experience when it comes to my clothing. It's something that I've literally always struggled with. And so I was in there for an hour, and I didn't find anything. And then I realized when I was about to leave, I was like, whoa, I am tired. That activity of just looking through racks and racks and racks of clothing and trying things on, and there was a lot of people there, it just kind of drained me. And And then I was gonna go get groceries, and I was like, you know what, you should just go home. You'll be fine without butter for another day. It's gonna be fine. Go home and rest. So here I am. I'm gonna go home and rest, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I've been really working on my latest project, and I think it was 2 videos ago at the end of the video that I mentioned that I have this new project where I am transcribing all of my YouTube videos into text. And with that text, I am planning on creating a book. And the current idea is for this book to be a coffee table style book. So very beautifully illustrated, not a ton of information on each page, but just simply the boiled down wisdom, advice, you know, best quotes, best, just like the best of the best that's come out of my mouth in the last year. And I'm really excited about this project because, you know, writing a book is something that I have longed to do for a while, but I really struggled with figuring out how to do that. I have tried, you know, just straight up writing it from scratch. I have tried, you know, going through my journals and finding things to pull from that. But it just hasn't felt quite right. So this has been the most exciting idea as of yet to get this project up and rolling. I realized, I was like, I have over 200 videos of me speaking. So if I can turn that into text and, you know, find the best things and then edit from there, I have all of the content that I need. It really is just about transcribing and editing and then putting things together. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I think I'm done about 60 videos. I'm 2 months in, and you know, we're coming up on 1 year of this timeline, this video diary of Flow with Jess. And I definitely did not stick to my original goal, which was posting 1 video every day for 365 days. But you know what? The fact that I am over 200 videos out of 365, I'm still really proud of that. And this has been such a joy to do, and I'm definitely not as consistent as I was hoping that I was going to be. I got some really good advice from one of our friends, one of the subscribers of this channel. Dare I say the number one, and you know, he was saying, you know, one of the things that you could consider doing is setting yourself up for a live stream and, you know, having it set once each week so that you're gonna show up. And I was like, that's a really good idea, because I think I never know when I'm gonna show up. But I realized that Wednesdays are always the day that I take Sadie to the dog walker, so I'm always in my car. Now today, the routine got a little bit messed up because I was having coffee with a friend, so the timing was a little bit different, but it was a good reminder that, you know, I can be consistent in my own way, and to, you know, dare I say, capitalize on the fact that it's like, I know that Wednesdays are a day. So yeah, that's something, I think that was a really great idea. And, you know, maybe just to keep me accountable, maybe actually doing a live video every Wednesday morning should be the way to go. I feel like my live videos are a little unhinged. Like, more so than this. The live videos are so interesting to navigate because, you know, you're in your train of thought, but then like comments are coming up, and you know, it changes the energy, it changes what's happening. Also, I've been like sometimes I'm like extra quiet in my live videos. Sometimes I'm like stretching or running on the spot or just like doing weird things, which is the norm for me, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know, lives kind of scare me for that reason. There's something about a self-contained video that just feels like the energy is like protected, dare I say, because I'm just like in this space. I know that I am recording, I'm just doing my thing, and then I'm gonna press stop, I'm gonna upload it, it's gonna be a thing. But I have no idea what's gonna happen on a live video. But that's probably the fun of it, right? Getting to see who's there, who's showing up, and getting to connect potentially with, you know, new people that just, however the YouTube algorithm works, gets advertised the video and they click on. So that's a pretty cool idea. It's a pretty cool idea for accountability and for watch time, because, you know, this channel is getting really close to the first big milestone of being a business YouTuber where, you know, you can monetize your channel, which is like a pretty interesting, it's something that in the beginning I was like, that would be so cool if I could do, but it's hard to picture so far in the future. Like when you're at the beginning, oh, excuse me. It's hard to picture in the beginning when you're brand new. I've been listening to all of my old videos while I've been, you know, transcribing them. And I just listened to the one that was like, as of today, I have 0 subscribers. And it's so fascinating to be both the only person on stage and the only person in the audience. And I heard that quote by another YouTuber. Her name is I Understood, and she does these like beautiful, inspirational, but spiritually driven videos where she's like, my loves, like, you are meant for so much more. Like, you are meant to share your voice. She talks a lot about like perfectionism and, you know, putting your voice out there and just like being the best you that you can be. And I remember her saying that when I started this channel, and I put it in a video basically saying, this is where I'm at. I've recorded 20 videos and I have like 0 subscribers. Oh, maybe at that point I had a few. I don't remember. It took a while. It took a while to get a couple subscribers. But it's just like the coolest thing that now there's, you know, there's people watching, there's people listening, there's people a part of this journey, and I just feel really, really grateful and really blessed to be doing this. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. This was a short one, but yeah, that's my little life update. And let me know, like, lives, what do you think? Good idea? Have you seen any of my lives? Do you also agree that they're a little unhinged? Do we like that? Or are these little self-contained car videos just like, you know, where it's at? Oh, okay. Have the most beautiful day. It's like super rainy just like overcast where I am. So we gotta go create a little sunshine in our own ways. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, have the most beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you again.